Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, peace and love. I just want to welcome you to day one of our 21-day self-love challenge. Um, welcome. We're starting off the new year on a beautiful Friday morning, and we give thanks for the breath of life. We give thanks for being able to wake up this morning. We give thanks for being able to see a new day in 2021, starting off this year on the right foot, on a right note, on a high, on a vibrational high. We thank God, the Most High, for bringing us to the beginning of this new year. We thank God for peace in our lives. We thank God for love within our lives, within our homes, within our families. We thank the Most High for all the things that we have manifested into our lives in the previous year and what we're about to manifest in our lives in this existing year. We ask for grace, we ask for wisdom, and we ask for direction and clarity in being able to walk the path forward. Ashe, ashe. I'm so excited. I'm so thrilled to start this journey with you. This is something that was birthed from my book, The Spirit of the Goddess, which is on Amazon right now. Today, we're going to start with acts of self-love. Now, before we get into our act of self-love, we first of all want to do three things. And this is standard for doing anything that you do in life. We want to get into a new routine that's going to serve us, that's going to work for us. So the first thing I want us to do is set our intentions. Okay, what is your intention for this 21-day journey? What is your intention for the next 21 days that you're going to be performing an act of self-love unto yourself? Now, I'll tell you what my intentions are. My intention is and this is my intention for every single person that ever sees this video, every person that's currently on this live, and anyone who even has the intention of seeing it and wants to be able to transform their lives and elevate their frequency onto the highest frequency of love. My intention is to find that love, to become that love fully, authentically, and abundantly. I want also the next intention is for us to be able to fill up our cups. Now, most of us, I'm a mother of two boys, and if you're a mom or you're just a busy female, you're an entrepreneur, or you work full time, you always stay on this hamster wheel, and we're grinding and working and working. We barely take time for ourselves as women. So it's so important for us to make out time to fill up our cups. So this journey is really to fill up our cups, to be able to water our garden and fill ourselves up so that our cup is full and not only full but overflowing, such that we are able to give from our overflow and not have to dip into our cup and deplete ourselves in giving, but being able to give from our overflow. So that's the next intention I'm setting for this journey. Next, I want to be able to create a resource unto myself, and we want to be able to create a resource unto ourselves such that it flourishes. So we want to be able to pour into ourselves such that it is a garden that flourishes, that is flowering, that is nurturing of ourselves, that is a home unto ourselves, a safe haven unto ourselves, such that we're able to get comfort and get relief, get support from our resource, from the resource we've created within ourselves. We're able to go within and be able to find peace find that haven within ourselves and not have to seek it outside of ourselves. So that's the intention. First intention is to love ourselves fully, authentically, abundantly. Second intention is to be able to pour into ourselves, to be able to create an overflow, and such that we can be not deplete ourselves from giving from our cup, but giving from our overflow. And lastly, being able to create a resource unto ourselves such that it flourishes. So those are our three intentions. Now we're done setting our intentions. The next step is to release all things that no longer serves you. You want to release, let go of any labels, any limiting beliefs that you have about yourself that you've accumulated your entire life. And those limiting beliefs start out as when we're little kids, when we're children and we're impressionable, and something goes wrong and we interpret a certain situation as to who we are and who we are being in that particular situation, whether it's limiting beliefs on I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not worthy. All those limiting beliefs are things that we want to let go of. We want to let go of toxic relationships. You want to let go of anything that doesn't serve you, that doesn't work for your highest good, that doesn't feed your soul, that doesn't feed your spirit. Let go. We release that. Some things that you want to think about releasing is anything that is not pouring, that is not elevating your spirit. Things that you watch, movies. You want to detox on television time. You want to pour only watch audios, only watch videos, and only listen to audios that are edifying of your spirit. You want to unfollow any social media account that does not pour into your spirit. So I challenge you, starting from this very moment after the live is over, to unfollow. Go through as you're checking your social media, I want you to hit the unfollow button of anything you see that is not edifying of your spirit. Any cursing, any ratchet behavior, anything that is depleting your soul. And you know it because you feel it. It depends on how you feel. How you can tell if something is not edifying for your spirit is that you feel it within your spirit. You feel that angst. You feel that, you feel that weird feeling within your spirit, and that emotion that comes up with you. Is that okay? All right, is that emotion positive or is that emotion negative? And only you can tell. Some people feel positive and uplifted with certain things that they watch. And for everyone, every situation is different. But for me personally, I know that certain things I watch either deplete my spirit or pour into my spirit. So based on how you feel emotionally, you want to unfollow accounts that do not edify you. You want to stop watching videos, Netflix documentaries that are not pouring into your spirit. Anything violent, anything that makes you sad, makes you feel down on yourself, doubts your abilities. You want to cut all those things off and only start, and I want you to start plugging into those things that are spiritually uplifting. Now, the third thing I would like for you to do is to create your affirmations. If an example of affirmations are any statement, it's a short statement that starts with the I am phrase, and the I am phrase is something that's taken from the Bible. This is how God introduces himself. He says, I am that I am. So anything you put after the I am statement is so powerful, and is a statement of creation. So anything you put after the I am phrase is a creation statement, is a declarative statement. And so you have I am love, you have affirmations such as I am whole, perfect, and complete. I am loving and I am loved. I have more affirmations within the book that you can look at and recite on a daily basis. It's on page 66 of the book. It says, I am whole, perfect, and complete. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am confident. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am blessed with favor. I am enough. I am worthy. I am patient. I am gifted. That's one of my favorite. I am flowing with abundance. I am powerful beyond measure. I am love. I am possibility. So you can also add to these affirmations anything that speaks to your spirit. Write it down in a journal or on a sticky note. Paste it everywhere in your home. Paste it on your mirror. Paste it on your dashboard. Paste it in your on your bedroom stand or your bedside table, just anywhere that you would consistently see it, so that it rings true to you and it goes deep into your spirit and into your consciousness and eventually into your subconsciousness. So we're trying to reprogram our subconsciousness to have these new beliefs and letting go of all limiting beliefs. And as well as and setting our intentions is something that we do, so that we are stating what the outcome is of our journey. So we're stating what we want the outcome to be, and that statement, we have to realize the power of our words. When you make a statement, any kind of statement, any word that you speak into existence is actually speaking life. So you have to understand how powerful our words are. Our words are actually tools of creation. Your words are tools of creation. So your words create and they destroy. So your words can build or they can tear down. So you want to be really careful with your words and be very thoughtful and think very, very, very hard about the words you want to speak, even though your spirit might be moved to anger or rage or annoyance. You want to filter the words that you speak out, because your words are actually curses that you put out into the world. You can curse or you can bless. So what do you want it to be? Do you want to curse or do you want to bless? Do you want to uplift or do you want to tear down? Do you want to create or do you want to destroy? So with our words, we want to create. We want to create new life. We want to create new possibilities. We want to create hope. We want to create joy. We want to create peace. We want to create love. So we are instruments of creation. Our words are instruments of creation. So let us begin to be mindful of the words that we speak. Let us think before we talk, before we speak, because we are putting spells on ourselves and on others with the words that we speak, because our words are indeed extremely powerful, more powerful than you ever could imagine. They actually create our realities. Remember, our thoughts, everything starts with a thought, and then the thought is translated into your words, and then your words are creating your reality. So once you think a thought, if it is not edifying, you push that back, you let that go. You rebuke that thought and you replace it with something positive, and then speak that positivity, speak that life into reality, and watch that transform your life. So in this next 21 days, we are going to be mindful of our words. We're going to be mindful of our thoughts, because of course your thoughts are translated into your words. So we're going to filter our thoughts. We're going to filter our words. Be mindful of what we say. If it's not edifying, do not say it. Like your mom says, if it's not nice, don't say it. Okay, if it's not edifying, don't speak it into existence. And we want to also say your affirmations on a daily basis. When you rise up, the first thing I want you to do is meditate. So you're going to join me 7:30 a.m. tomorrow. We're going to meditate together. Once we meditate, we are going to recite our affirmations, and then we're going to go into the next act of the day. and then we're gonna end with some music or a sound bowl. I have a couple of sound bowls that I got, which are my crystal sound bowls. So we're going to do some sound healing, sound therapy at the end of each session. So today I'm going to end with a reading from the book as promised. I'm going to page 14. So if you have the Spirit of the Goddess, you can just turn to page 14 of your book. If you don't have it, just hop on Amazon, order your copy. We're going to be reading from the book almost every day of this challenge. So you want to get a copy to be able to follow along. So page 14 talks about the inner self. And I want to give you some context to this statement here about the self. So the self is who you are, who we are as a human being, who we are as a divine being, what we are comprised of. Now we're comprised of three parts, almost like the Trinity. So where you have God comprised of the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit, the human being is comprised of the soul, the spirit, and the body. Now the body is your vessel. That's the physicality of what you're looking at. And what you can see. That's your physical being. That's your vessel. That's what you use to move around. That's what you're biologically comprised of, is your physical body. The next layer or the next level is your soul. So the body is the lowest hierarchy, followed by your soul. Now your soul is basically your identity. That's your consciousness. That's who you are, your personality. Your soul is you. That's that little voice talking to you in your head. That's your soul. That's your identity. That's, like, for me, Shay is my soul. So that identity is your soul. In my book on page 14, I talk about the soul is comprised of yourself, which is your identity, your personality, your character, your emotions, which are your feelings and your passions, your intellect, which is your mind and your thoughts, your will, which are your desires, what you want, and your conscience, which is your moral sense of right and wrong. So basically, it's you in a box. That's what your soul is. And your soul is basically who you are as a unique individual being. Now the next level up, so you have your body, you have your soul, and then the next level up, the highest level, is your spirit. Your spirit is a part of your inner self that communicates with God. The spirit is part of you that experiences spiritual discernment, which is knowing right from wrong. It also comprises of your intuition. It comprises of your spiritual downloads, and also where you get your peace of mind. So if you're feeling out of sorts, if you're feeling just spiritually unsettled, you want to work on your spirit. You want to work on settling your spirit. You want to do things, activities that are spiritually grounding, so that you can be able to settle your spirit. Because that is the part of you that becomes on becomes a little rough on tethered when you are you don't feed you don't feed into it on a regular basis. And there are certain things you do to be able to pour into your spirit, and I'll go into that as we go along on this journey. There are different things that I talk about in the book that you can use to feed your spirit, because your spirit is basically a vessel, and whatever you put in it is what it becomes. So that's why I'm very very mindful of what I watch. I'm mindful of the words that I speak. I'm mindful of what I read. I'm mindful of what I eat, what I ingest, what I drink, because everything that you put inside of you is actually reflective in your spirit. And you want to be able to renew your spirit on a daily basis, because if you don't renew your spirit, it's almost like whatever, how we talk about a vacuum is always occupied by some foreign object. So if you have a vacuum in the atmosphere, it doesn't stay a vacuum for long. Something comes and fills in that void. So if you have a void in your spirit, something naturally will come and occupy it, whether it's things that you naturally gravitate to, that physically you're yearning for and might not be good for you, that will come and fill that void and then envelope your spirit and fill your spirit with things that are not helpful for your spiritual growth, that are not helpful for your spiritual upliftment, for your consciousness. So you want to always be mindful of whatever goes into through your senses, because those things feed up into your spirit. And so when you talk about your senses, you're talking about your five senses: sight, nostrils, mouth, ears, and feeling. Those things all affect your spirit and your sense of well-being. So being mindful of what you put into your body is something that we want to do as evolved evolved human beings and people striving to be better each and every day of our lives, striving to be a better and a more wholesome person. So so I'm going to read the last paragraph on page 14. It says, the spirit is a vessel within self. It's occupied by God's energy, the Holy Spirit. You can liken your spirit to a balloon that can be filled up with two different types of gases. One that can lift you up like helium, or one that can bring you down like carbon monoxide. It can also be empty and deflated. However, it does not stay like this for long, like I just talked about the vacuum, because the universe does not support a vacuum. The universe does not support a vacuum. Any space unoccupied gets filled with something. Hence, some energy will naturally seek to take the place of this vacuum within your spirit, holy or unholy. So you have to daily fill your spirit with positive thoughts, positive words, positive affirmations, and prayer, or else your unconsciousness will choose for you. Most of the time, it will fill you up with things that are of low vibration and will bring you down, like the weight and toxicity of carbon monoxide. So that's it for our reading for today. I just read from page 14 of The Spirit of the Goddess, which is from chapter 1. And I want to thank you for completing your day 1 of the 21-day self-love journey. Don't forget you write your affirmations down on your journal and start reciting them right away today. Also, keep them in a place that you're going to remember where it is, because you're going to access it. You're going to add to your journal on subsequent days, and you're going to recite those same affirmations and add to those affirmations as we go along. So thank you so much. You've successfully completed your first day of the self-love journey, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.